So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the 50, here's Herbert. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a 1st down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a 1st down and start a new set.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They snap it to Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start here with Jackson. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Michael Vick. That's caught out left side by Casper. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Vic readies to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Okay, break.
Now Vic on fourth down. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Herbert now. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So on fourth down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Vick. It's caught by Crabtree. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Vick. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little that incompletion?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Vick now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of they've executed to perfection.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked up.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And again, Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He completes it to Olave. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Ingram. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 31, Vick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick steps away. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Desperation time. Vick on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them timber.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Well, now how about this return?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
No, we can't.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dave Casper, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Saints nothing. Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Ingram again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Herbert. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Herbert throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He gets it to Cooks. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. And somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
A 5-yard loss leads to 2nd and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
But I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10. Their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 69 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Ravens 14, Saints 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
15-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Herbert now. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in there by Cooks. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first and 10, Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he's going to go up top again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Raven, Chris McAllister. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. And look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Touchdown, Saints. Jeremy Shackey, 71 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for their confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Dickerson trying the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Dickerson on the handoff. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Running it with Dickerson, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A carry for Dickerson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll run now with Dickerson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained run.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Eric Dickerson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a give left side. It's Dickerson. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. Tucker's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Jackson. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. On first down, Dickerson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 76 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. On 3rd down, Dickerson, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tucker's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throwing, Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert. It's caught left side by Cooks. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort.
I come alive in the dark. And I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. Here's Hurts. Buying time to his left. He'll find Metcalf.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. And 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Herbert on first down now. This is Casper catching it out right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd down, Ingram. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down. He completes it to Olave. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 67 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now the pressure gets there and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go play action with Hurts. Looking deep for Crabtree. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Here we go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Herbert. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to get the 3rd down conversion.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
3rd and long, it's Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball. First and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And it's been like this. Another try for Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the final minute of the... After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Cooks. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Herbert back to the air. There again is Cooks, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3 yards remain for second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Let's go.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 4th down, Herbert. He's got a man. It's the tight end, Casper. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll run here with Ingram. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. They go screen. This is Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Herbert to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They snap it to Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. Bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Hurts. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings us 2nd and 9.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, no. Probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like it. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. Probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, not no kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough. Damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 101 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2 on 2, that's like 4. They be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent do. Rent got them doing. That's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, no. Probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendencies. Let's go.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, the top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass capped in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I? I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When they rush calls, look what I gotta do. I'm moving with a tool, I paid it like a fool.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full. Yeah.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top,
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full. Yeah.
Ready, we go! Ready!
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game. And you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Set to put his foot into this one. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Room here to run. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 34 yards there at a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Ingram at tailback. He's got it running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him, they have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team owns it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Patterson to start the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
26. Hey, 26.
Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's got Shockey. Uses the stiff arm. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 33 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team owns it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Open man is Keyshawn Johnson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 50 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Can own the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Touchdown here to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Dave Casper, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
23 yards, the final tally.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Herbert throwing again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrase that. Put a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
In a tie game that's going back and forth, oftentimes teams get really conservative because they don't want to make a mistake. But after that return, I think the offense coordinator just took a deep sigh of relief and said, okay, I can open up my playbook now. Let's see if he attacks.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space, pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Saints are going to take over once again. Charles, obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
On 2nd and 7.
Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Herbert now. This is Casper catching it out right. Shoves him aside, and he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the check down, it's Ingram.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To the air again, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dave Casper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He dumps it down to Ingram. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Gun they give to Ingram. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, Herbert. Going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Derek Brown. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game, challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Herbert to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Herbert. And he's got it. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed down. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
They'll try and run. Ingram. And he's across for the touchdown.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. Colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand. Boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing that with me. Yeah, crazy thing that with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, man, so you gon' see. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dancing. And wherever I'm at, feel like a champion, Mamba mentality.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Second and 4. Forced out to his left. He finds some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Let's go now.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. And he's got Shockey. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Herbert. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
A little juke. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This one complete to Ingram. Touchdown! Mark Ingram, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Looks for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
2nd down at
4. Looking to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to throw the ball, not the man winning coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Back to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dave Casper, a 5-yard touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He completes it to Olave. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Herbert on first down now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 27, Herbert. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Saints 14, Shamrock 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Herbert now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
46-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Deacon Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this one too low.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. This is brought in by Casper. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
At the 1-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They'll try and pound it in with Bettis. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but we can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Olave holds it in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave,
87 yards.
and the Saints use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Pardon me, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
Tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Runs good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down, gain 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouth.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they get hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Chris McAllister. And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, we could have had our shutout.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The tackle by Troy Polamalu.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Herbert on 3rd down now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will primarily matter to the statisticians as this ball game...
I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, If I touch it, then it's cold, Bragging, they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. Taking up from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mouth before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and you the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, best, and you the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest, they call me a hero. Heavy then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get off, go up, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get off, go up, get on, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide.